Talk Nation salute, welcome back everybody. It was a fantastic weekend of boxing. The heavyweight division, honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot better. Chisora-PARKER. Man, shout out to Chisora, man. You know what I'm saying? Savvy, tough. You know what I'm saying? UK veteran, man. Put on a very, very tough fight. He caught Joseph Parker with a series of overhand right hands that shook him up. Joseph Parker, I thought he was going to come out in this fight a lot better, look a lot smoother, a lot crisper with his punches. But Joseph Parker, man, he's a little bit sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't as accurate as he has been in the past. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, why, if he had any difficulties in camp. But Chisora, I mean, he made it a close fight. Could have went, you know what I'm saying, I mean, either way. But Joseph Parker wound up getting the vacant interim, you know what I'm saying, international title or whatever. But at the same time, you know what I mean, also Andy Ruiz, Chris Areola. I don't know, man, that was a tough fight. Like I said, I had to apologize because I had Andy Ruiz going into that fight pretty much destroying Chris Areola. And not only was I wrong as far as him stopping him in under 6 rounds, but I was also wrong as far as saying that he will retire after this fight. I thought the punishment that Andy Ruiz was going to put on Chris Areola would probably force him into early retirement. But Andy Ruiz did not look like how I thought that he would look. You know what I mean? The way they was kind of hyping it up to look and had me a believer. I'm not going to lie to you. From my eye test, you know what I mean? His left hand looked powerful. Combinations, you know what I'm saying, was looking sharp. Movement was looking okay. But Andy Ruiz came, once fight night was here, he looked kind of sloppy in some episodes. He didn't have his legs under him 100%. I think, like I said, adding on that muscle, his legs and his body wasn't really conditioned for it yet. But I believe going through another camp, like you said, take it back to the gym, I'm sure they will get in better condition, and I'm sure his performance coming into the ring next time around will be a lot better. But he did look okay, you know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz didn't look like crap. He did look okay, you know what I'm saying? But his punches, you know what I'm saying, at times, once they began to mix it up, became a lot sloppy. That's how Chris Areola was able to catch him. I believe with that like overhand right, and it's kind of like it was behind the ear, behind the head a little bit, you know what I'm saying, knocked Andy Ruiz down. Now, like I said, the fight was close. Andy Ruiz really didn't, in my opinion, he really didn't put a lot of definitive damage into Chris Areola. Like I said, the fight went the distance. His condition held up, and I would probably have to say maybe even more so than Andy Ruiz. Chris Areola was probably in better shape than Andy Ruiz. Like I said, Andy Ruiz was lifting the weights, you know what I'm saying? Y'all saw the pictures of the legs, looking like He-Man. But like I said, I told you guys before, Chris Areola, if his conditioning is in high standard, if he can hold up, then he will have a great chance. And I believe that, honestly, man, like that fight really could have went either way. But it was a close fight, you know what I'm saying? As they said, the winner of that fight, this is Ruiz. Areola possibly could go on to face Deontay Wilder. But Joseph Parker, Chisora, also a decent fight, you know what I'm saying? So let's see where the heavyweight division goes moving forward. But also Dmitry Bivol, he was successful over Craig Richards. Bivol 18-0, 11 knockouts. Craig Richards 16 now, 2-1 and 9 knockouts. Bivol looked pretty good, man. You can tell that they thought that Richards was going to be kind of, I ain't gonna say like a warm-up kind of fight, but they didn't expect Richards to go into that fight and put on such a great fight like he did. He went in there, he was the bigger guy, he utilized his size, he boxed with Bivol at times, he banged with Bivol at times, you know what I'm saying? His conditioning was very, very good. Bivol still good work, still good footwork, but he wasn't able to put his shots together as cleanly as he wanted to in this fight. Richards was very busy, you know what I'm saying, breaking up a lot of that activity. And once Richards got off, you know what I mean, salute to Bivol, because he also got active on the hands department, and he let his hands go to kind of fight off those flurries, you know what I mean, to keep himself in the fight and to keep the fight going back and forth. That's what it was. It was a lot of back and forth, push and pull into the fight. Richards was still high energy, you know what I mean? You could tell he trained very well for the fight. He was in great condition for the fight. Bivol was a little lackluster, you know what I mean? Because I believe that he know in his heart of hearts it was a close fight. The fight was closer probably than he wanted it to be. May not want to hear it, but Craig Richards, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK. He possibly could have walked away with that fight. You know what I'm saying? Bivol, he got the quote-unquote A-side nod in that fight. You know what I mean? Same thing with Areola and Ruiz. I believe at the end of the day, Andy Ruiz got the A-side nod in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Joseph-Parker, Chisora, end of the night, Joseph-Parker, he got the A-side nod in that fight. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that's why it's so imperative and important for fighters to fight for that quote-unquote A-side. Look at Terrence Crawford. Look at Errol Spence. Because they know whoever is deemed the A-side in that fight, end of the day, if the fight is close, you get the A-side nod. You know what I mean? And if the A-side is Spence going into that fight, he will get the A-side nod. If it's Terrence Crawford going into that fight, he will get the A-side nod. But I'm telling you, fight fans, the A-side nod is real. So it was a great night, man. But Bivol, he retained the WBA title, still champion. He was a little bit rusty, you know what I'm saying, due to inactivity. But I believe his next fight out, you know what I'm saying, light heavyweight, he will be better and a lot more explosive. But he looked decent against Richards. But shout out to Craig Richards. Put on a hell of a performance, you know what I'm saying. Really showed up, you know what I mean, and showed everybody a lot more than people thought that he was going to bring to the table. But Chris Eubank Jr. was also successful, you know what I'm saying, this weekend, fight fans. And his first fight out with Roy Jones at the helm as far as being lead trainer, you know what I mean, he was victorious over Marcus Morrison. Now, Chris Eubank was pretty much inactive, man, for about 17 months, you know what I mean? So going into this fight, he had a lot of ring rust. Been out the ring for a minute, even though he has been training. Even when Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fought, in the background, you saw Chris Eubank Jr. If you was paying attention. You also saw certain excerpts of Roy Jones training Chris Eubank Jr. while he was still training himself for the Mike Tyson fight. Now, Chris Eubank Jr., like I said in the past, his father and himself, like he said, he used to train himself. Now exploring other regions, going out there, finally getting a trainer, and who else? None other than Hall of Famer Roy Jones Jr. And with Chris Eubank's style, being very high energy, loves to throw punches. By him learning how to move and throw those punches on the move from Roy Jones, can make Chris Eubank that much more explosive as a fighter. Which it has. Like I said, for the most part, his foot was on and off the gas in the Morrison fight. But for the most part, he beat Morrison, you know what I'm saying, 10 rounds, you know what I'm saying, the 10-round fight, he won majority of the rounds, you know what I mean, so he got the decision. Well-deserved decision, you know what I'm saying, really no politics there. But I believe he's going to improve even further if he stays under Roy Jones. I think that's a very good pairing as far as style and trainership. I think that's a very good style. But Andy Ruiz, he's definitely going to have to take it back to the drawing board, you know what I'm saying, work on his balance, you know what I'm saying, work on his stamina, because both came into question in the fight against Areola. And like I said, I don't know why he became, I guess, less accurate, you know what I'm saying, but he needs to get back on the accuracy side, of him throwing his punches. But Chris Areola did a hell of a job, you know what I'm saying. All he has to do is build on the success that he had in that fight and he will be fine. Like I said, I believe that he has 1 or 2 more fights after the performance that he showed against Andy Ruiz. So again, salute and apologies, excuse me, to Chris Areola, man. You know what I'm saying, for doubting you, my brother. You know what I mean? You are definitely a savvy veteran. You know what I mean? I look forward to see you in about 1 or 2 more fights I know you're going to have before you get up out this thing. So before I get up out of here, Talk Nation, stand up. If it's your first time coming to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check it out. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Stay motivated. Protect yourself at all times. Guard up and mask up. Why? Because it's a war going on outside and ain't nobody safe from. Talk Nation, stand up. It's your boy. See you guys next round. Peace.